In this lecture, we will discuss about some important terms used in AC circuit analysis. So let's consider an alternating voltage V equal to Vmax sin omega t, where Vmax is the maximum value, omega is the angular velocity, and t is the time. In this expression, each and every value is constant except time. Therefore, if we plot the voltage, instantaneous value of the voltage with respect to the time, we will get a purely sinusoidal waveform. That means when the value of omega t equal to 0, the voltage will be 0. As the omega t value is gradually increasing, the value of the voltage will also be gradually increasing. At omega t equal to 90 degree, that is pi by 2 radian, the voltage will be maximum and that will be equal to Vmax. After pi by 2, again the omega t value is increasing, so the voltage will be gradually decreased, and at pi radian or 180 degree, the voltage will be again 0. From pi to 3 pi by 2, now the value will be in the negative side. At 3 pi by 2, it will be minus Vmax, and then from 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi, again the value will be gradually reaches up to 0. And this process will be continued. So our first term is the waveform. Waveform is the shape of the curve of an alternating voltage or current when it is plotted against time. That means in this expression, I have taken the alternating voltage V equal to Vmax sin omega t, and I have plotted this voltage with respect to the time. So the shape of this curve is considered as its waveform. Remember one thing, this process is continuous. But when we draw the waveform of any alternating parameter, we will always consider from 0 to 2 pi. That means one complete rotation of the coil within the constant magnetic field. Here we can see the two part of the waveform, that is from 0 to pi it is positive, and from pi to 2 pi it is negative. And the value of positive and negative part will be exactly same. This type of waveform is considered as a symmetrical waveform. Generally, the sinusoidal waveform used in power supply is always a symmetrical waveform. There are some other types of waveform also, where the two part, that means from 0 to pi and from pi to 2 pi, will not be same. It will be considered as unsymmetrical waveform. It will be discussed later, that is the symmetrical and unsymmetrical waveform and their characteristics, that will be discussed later. The next term is the instantaneous value. The instantaneous value of an alternating quantity at any particular instant is called the instantaneous value. Means, for this alternating voltage, here the small v depends upon time. So as the time changes, the value of the voltage will also be changes. So at any instant, at any value of t, if we find the sin omega t value, then corresponding voltage will be different for different times. This value is considered as the instantaneous value. That means at pi by 2, the instantaneous value is Vmax. At pi, the instantaneous value is 0, and so on. Remember one thing, the notation of the parameters are very important. Here the instantaneous values are always represented in small letter. That means small e is used for instantaneous EMF, small v is for the instantaneous voltage, and small I is for the instantaneous current. The instantaneous value of the parameter can be calculated either from the curve or from the equation of the quantity. That means here in this curve, if we want to calculate the value of the voltage in this particular instant, then from the curve, from the waveform, we will get this value. So this will be the instantaneous voltage that can be obtained from this waveform. Otherwise, from the expression of the voltage, if we put any time in place of t, we can calculate the corresponding instantaneous voltage. As the time changes, then the instantaneous value of the voltage will also be changed. The next definition is amplitude. The amplitude is the maximum value, either positive or negative, which an alternating quantity attains during one cycle. It is represented by the capital letter followed by the suffix max. That is, Emax is the amplitude of EMF, Vmax is the amplitude of the alternating voltage, and Imax is the amplitude of the alternating current. Now we can see the voltage that we have considered here, V equal to Vmax sin omega t. Here at pi by 2, we will get the instantaneous voltage, and that will be equal to Vmax. So this is the maximum value for this voltage. The voltage, instantaneous voltage, cannot be more than this Vmax for this case. So here this Vmax is considered as the amplitude. Remember one thing, for an alternating quantity, either voltage or current, the amplitude will always be constant. But the instantaneous voltage will be changed because the instantaneous voltage depends upon time. So this is the definition of the amplitude. The next term is cycle. When a periodic wave of an alternating quantity goes through one complete cycle, one complete set of positive and negative values, it is said to have completed one cycle. One cycle corresponds to 360 degree or 2 pi radians angular displacement. That means when a periodic wave of an alternating quantity goes through one complete cycle, one complete set of positive and negative values, it is said to have completed one cycle. And one cycle corresponds to 360 degree or 2 pi radian angular displacement. Now if we see the figure again that we have discussed, that we have shown in previously, here the voltage V equal to Vmax sin omega t, and if we start to plot the value of the voltage from omega t equal to 0, so sin omega t equal to 0, the value of the voltage is 0. Gradually the omega t value is increasing, so the value of the instantaneous value of the voltage is also increasing. At pi by 2, it becomes maximum. Then after pi by 2, if the omega t further increases, the instantaneous voltage will be decreased, and at pi radian the value will again become 0. Now from pi to 3 pi by 2, it will be increasing in the negative side, and from 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi again it will be decreasing and it will reach to 0 at 2 pi. So this waveform we have got for one complete rotation of the coil within a stationary magnetic field. After 2 pi radian, if the coil continue to rotate, then we will get this waveform again. So this process will be a continuous. But for one complete rotation, the nature of the voltage with respect to time will be this sinusoidal waveform. And this is called one complete cycle, where one complete cycle consists of one positive part and one negative part. So if we see the definition 1, when a periodic wave of an alternating quantity goes through one complete set of positive and negative values, it is said to have completed one cycle. Now the next definition is the time period. It is the time in second taken by an alternating quantity to complete one cycle. It is denoted by capital T and the unit is second. Now if I see that we have already mentioned in previous class that within a constant magnetic field, if a coil rotates in its axis with a constant velocity, let's say omega radian per second, then the coil will be moving from one side to another side, and for one complete rotation that we have already discussed here, it will create one complete cycle. Now the time taken to make one complete cycle, this is called the time period. So this is the time period. It is used to make one complete cycle. The next term is frequency. The frequency is defined as the number of cycles completed per second by an alternating quantity. As we have discussed earlier, the cycle means the one complete set of positive and negative values of an alternating quantity, like here. So this is one complete cycle. Now the frequency is defined as the number of such cycle completed in 1 second. This is called the frequency. Frequency is generally defined in terms of hertz, and it is denoted by the small letter of f. Now the relation between the time period and the frequency is f equal to 1 upon t or t equal to 1 upon f. That we can prove also. Let's say the frequency of the system is f. That means f number of cycles will be completed in 1 second. So one cycle will be completed by 1 upon f second. So if the frequency of any alternating quantity is f hertz, means f number of cycles will be completed in 1 second. Therefore, one cycle will be completed in 1 upon f second, but the time required to complete one cycle is called the time period. Therefore, we can write t is equal to 1 upon f, or we can write f equal to 1 upon t, that we have mentioned here. Now further elaborate the term frequency. The commercial AC power is generated at a frequency of 50 Hz or 60 Hz. Remember one thing, in India, in our country, the frequency of the electrical power is 50 Hz. This is the frequency of the electricity in our country. Similarly, in Asian and European countries, 50 Hz power supply is basically used, whereas in USA and Canada, 60 Hz supply is used. So, some important points regarding the frequency. The output of the equipment increases with the increase in frequency. That means if we increase the frequency of the power supply, then the output of the equipment will also be increased. For the same output, the size of the machine will be smaller for higher frequency. That means if we increase the supply frequency, then for the same output, the size of the machine will be reduced. The next point is, because of the high power and weight ratio, the relative cost of the equipment is also reduced for higher frequency. That means if we use higher frequency, then the overall cost of the system will be reduced. Next, with higher frequency, the voltage regulations of the system will be lower. The skin effect will be lower. It corresponds to ohmic loss. It is also mentioned as I²R loss. And similarly, the magnetic and dielectric losses will also be reduced. That means for higher frequencies, the losses are basically reduced. Now, the next point is, with the lower frequency, there is a loss called corona loss. This loss will be reduced for lower frequency. And also the power transmission line capacity will be increased for the lower frequency. That means for both higher and lower frequencies of the alternating power supply, we have some advantages as well as some disadvantages also. But according to the technology and according to the equipments available, the frequency of a particular country is fixed. The next topic is the angular velocity. The angular velocity is defined as the angular displacement per unit time. The angular displacement of the coil within a constant magnetic field per unit time. It is denoted by omega and its unit is radian per second. Now you can see that in the last class we have discussed about the EMF equation, and there we have considered a coil is rotating in anti-clockwise direction with a speed of omega radian per second. Now, if the coil starts from the x-axis and if it makes one complete cycle, that means its angular displacement will be 2 pi radian or 360 degree. And we have already discussed, for one complete rotation, the time required is called the time period. Therefore, the angular velocity can be defined as omega equal to 2 pi upon t, because for one complete rotation it will be 2 pi radian angular displacement or 360 degree angular displacement, and for one complete rotation it takes the time. This is called the time period. Now we know that 1 upon t can also be written as f. So the omega can also be represented by 2 pi f. Now, as we use the voltage in this discussion as V max sine omega t. So this value can further be written as V max sine 2 pi ft, because here I replace the omega by 2 pi f. It comes from here. Therefore, the alternating parameters, either voltage or current, can be represented in terms of angular velocity, that is omega, or it can be represented in terms of frequency, that is 2 pi f. Before I proceed further, let's have an example. Here the question is, an alternating current of frequency 50 Hz has a maximum value of 100 ampere. So calculate its value 1 upon 600 second after the instant of the current is 0 and its value is increasing there afterward. And the second part is, how many seconds after the instant the current is 0 increasing there afterward will the current attain the value of 86.6 ampere. So let's see the solution. So here an alternating current is considered. Remember, it will be the sinusoidal alternating current, because if nothing is mentioned, then we will always consider as the sinusoidal waveform. So this is the waveform of the current. It is 0, pi, 2 pi and so on. And this is the maximum value that we will get at pi by 2. According to the question, the maximum value is 100 ampere. As we know that an alternating quantity can be represented in the form of I equal to I max sine omega t, or we can write I equal to I max sine 2 pi ft, because omega is equal to 2 pi f that we have discussed earlier. Now in this question, the maximum value is 100, that is given, and the frequency is 50 Hz. In the question it is given the frequency is 50 Hz and the maximum value is 100 ampere. So the expression of the instantaneous current will be 100 sine 2 pi into 50 into t. So finally I will be 100 sine 100 pi into t. So this is the expression of the current. It is the instantaneous value of the current for the given question. Now in the first part of the question, we have to calculate the current at 1 upon 600 second. Therefore, in this expression, instead of t, we will put 1 upon 600. So in first question, the value of the current will be 100 into sine 100 pi into 1 upon 600. So it can be written as 100 into sine pi by 6. The value of the sine pi by 6 is 1 upon 2. Therefore, the current will be 50 ampere. So this is the instantaneous current of this alternating parameter at time 1/600 second. Now in the next part, you have to calculate how much time it will take to reach 86.6 ampere current for the first time. That means the second part, from the same expression, the instantaneous current will be 86.6 ampere and we have to calculate the corresponding time. So put here 86.6 is 100 sine 100 pi into t, or we can write sine 100 pi t equal to 0.866. Or 100 pi t equal to sine inverse 0.866, and if we convert it in radian we will get pi by 3. Therefore our time will be 1/300 second. That means after 1/300 second, the instantaneous value of the current will be 86.6 ampere.